Welcome to this demonstration of Fin4sight to show you how easy it is to use this tool that is designed to help you take full control of your financial matters. Confidentiality of financial data. Before we start, an important thing to note is that Fin4sight does not store any of your personal financial information. After you have used this tool, generated the report, and logged off from your account, all the inputs and assumptions you had provided to generate the report are deleted from our records. However, this also means that the next time you wish to use Fin4sight, you may need to provide the information again. To help you do that faster, Fin4sight has an upload-download option which allows you to download the inputs and assumptions that you have provided and upload the same file the next time you use this tool. This would save you a lot of time in providing such information each time you use Fin4sight. Login. Let's now see how easy it is to use Fin4sight. Once you are registered to use the tool, you can log into your account. Let me log into a demo account. To log in, simply go to the Wisdom to Wealth website www.wisdomtowealth.co.in and click on the Sign Up Sign In button. Type your registered email ID and password, and you are successfully logged in and ready to navigate. Troubleshooting guide. After a successful login, the first thing you will see is this home screen. If you ever face any challenges in running Fin4sight, there is a troubleshooting guide on this screen. You can click on this and access the various FAQs that can help you address any issues you may be facing. My account. On the top right corner of your screen, you have My account. If you click on it, you will see various items pertaining to your Fin4sight account, such as your invoices, information about your subscriptions, reward points and redemption, etc. You can edit your profile by clicking on Edit Profile. Or upgrade your subscription by clicking Subscription and then Upgrade Subscription, selecting the subscription you wish to upgrade to, and then following the remaining steps on the screen to make the payment in the same manner as your original subscription plan. Padlocks. On the left side of the screen, you have the various sections that you must complete for Fin4sight to process and generate a customized report for you. These are categorized under different headings such as General Information, Salary or Earnings, Expenses, Assets and Investments, etc. We'll come to each of these in a moment. However, one thing to note is there are certain items that have padlocks next to them. This may mean that either your current subscription plan doesn't allow access to such items, or that report generation is necessary to unlock them. So if any items have a padlock next to them, this simply means that you need not provide any information related to that item at the moment. Upload-download. To reiterate, Fin4sight does not store any of your personal financial information. Hence, once you have finished generating your report, or even prior to report generation, once you have provided all inputs, please remember to download your inputs using the upload-download facility, so that the next time you use the tool, all you need to do is simply upload the previous inputs file. To upload such a file, in the Upload-Download tab, click on the empty space that says Drop Files Here or click to upload. Select the inputs file, press Upload File, and once the file is uploaded, you will see the confirmation message in green. After I uploaded my inputs file, I already have all the previous information, which I can then change or update based on my changed circumstances. And of course, I will then re-download the revised inputs file by clicking on Download File in the Upload Download tab on the left-hand side blue menu bar. Inputs and assumptions. Let's see how each of the input categories are structured. General information. First, the General Information tab requires some basic information about you, your family, etc. Remember to click on the Help menu, which is the I next to labels on each of the tabs, which will provide guidance on what each item is used for and how you should provide the various inputs and assumptions. For example, if I click on the Help menu next to Effective Date, it explains what effective date is used for and how you should set it. I am assuming an effective date of 31st March 2022. I am setting my date of birth, say 1st January 1990. And I am specifying my planned retirement age of 60. Once you complete each page, remember to press the Save to Next button. Unless you do that, the information you have provided on that page will not be considered for further processing. Salary earnings or income. You must provide inputs about your earnings and how you expect that to change in the future. One thing to note is that the tax rates, bonus percentages calculated are all based on the inputs you have provided and are therefore approximations. You can change these inputs based on how you think the future tax rates applicable to you would be or what your future bonuses would be. Let me provide some information here. And then I press Save to Next to go to the next tab. Expenses. There are various categories of expenses and you should identify your own expenses in these categories and how you expect them to increase in the future years. Remember, the default inflation assumptions are provided only as a guide. You can change these assumptions based on how you think your expenses might increase in the future. You may notice that some of the expenses have a from date and until date. For example, a young person may not have medical expenses incurred immediately. Hence, he may wish to set the from date to a future date so that his medical expenses will be assumed to start from the specified date in the future. Let me specify some assumptions here myself. And then I save to Next to go to the next tab. Assets and investments. On this tab, you must provide information about the assets or investments you have, the amounts for each, other related information, and the returns you expect to earn in the future on each of these. The default assumptions are populated only as a guide. You can update them based on how you think your investments would perform in the future. Let me specify some assumptions here myself. I will select cash, gold, savings bank, which is a default compulsory category. Everyone should have a bank account, and equity shares as the assets and investments that I have. And then I would provide the amounts and other applicable assumptions. And then I click Save to Next to go to the next tab. Liabilities. On this tab, you must provide information about any loans you may have and related information such as the interest rates charged, the outstanding loan amounts, the EMIs payable, etc. I am not assuming any liabilities for this demonstration, so I will skip this and press Save to Next to go to the next tab. Risk Management Products. On this tab, you provide information related to any pure term or protection-oriented life insurance policies that you may have. I don't have any, so I will skip this. The Involuntary Unemployment Insurance tab is currently disabled as we don't have such products in India as of now. Let me save to Next to go to the next tab. Future Investments. Here, you provide information about how you wish to invest in the future. For example, in the future, if I want to maintain a minimum savings bank balance of say 10,000 rupees and invest any excess in the proportion of 80% in equities and 20% in bank FDs, I would input 10,000 in the minimum balance field and 80% in the field saying proportion allocation to risk-bearing assets. The allocation to FD type investments will be automatically populated as 20%, which is 100 minus 80% that I provided. If I want such an allocation only for the first 10 years, but thereafter I want to follow a relatively safer investment strategy, I would add one more entry, say year 11, with 20% provided as proportion allocation to risk-bearing assets, and the balance 80% will be automatically allocated to FD type investments. This would assume that in the future, for the first 10 years, I would have 80% of my excess bank balance above 10,000 rupees invested in equities, whereas from the 11th year onwards, I would have only 20% of my excess bank balance above 10,000 rupees invested in equities. Once I am done, I will press Save and Generate Report. Report generation. If all your inputs and assumptions are valid, you will then have the report option pop-up message. In this, I will select the type of report I want to see, whether a full report or an abridged version. You may need to generate the full report at least the first time you use Fin4sight before you are allowed to generate the abridged version. Before you proceed further, please remember to disable the pop-up blocker from your browser. The report, once generated, will open in a separate window of your browser. If you have the browser pop-ups blocked, you will not be able to see your report. I have already disabled the pop-up blockers from my browser, so I will press Proceed and Fin4sight will start to generate my report. Depending on various parameters like your age, different types of investment categories you have, etc., it may take approximately 1 to 2 minutes for a basic subscription or 3 to 5 minutes for a premium subscription, wherein many more internal computations are required to process the information and generate the report for you. Do not close your browser while the report is being generated. Please be patient. Now that the report is generated, I can save this report and review or analyze it when I want. I will also remember to download the inputs and assumptions file so that I don't need to provide these again the next time I use Fin4sight. And once I'm done using Fin4sight, I will log off from the My Account section. We hope you found this demonstration useful. Thank you for watching this video. Please use Fin4sight regularly and take full control of your financial matters.